What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Apache Halloween YouTube channel, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the entire Cirque du Spirit animatronic collection. That's right behind me I got every single animatronic that the Cirque du Spirit theme had way back in 2010. And I know one of you is going to say, well, where is the belly buster? Well, you know what? Viewer? I got him too. I have him right here. He's in his box even. I still got the original box. This was like $50, which was less than the retail price of $70 back in 2010. I was kind of surprised because I wasn't originally going to even try to find this one. I just assumed that these things were ridiculously rare. But it turns out a simple eBay search, there was like 3 of them and all ranging in prices. This was like the most worth one, I guess. It had the box and stuff and it was in the middle price range. But he fully works and he's pretty cool. But there's nowhere to display him in this little setup, so I'm going to do this one thing first and I'll just cut back to you. Alright, there we go. I got my friend Gerald here assisting me, the 2023 Home Depot Ultra Posable Skeleton. He's going to be the model for the belly buster in this video, and that thing fully works too. Here I just want to show you it. Here we go. So cool and revolutionary it was. But in all seriousness, that is every single animatronic, including the belly buster, that was ever released in the Cirque du Spirit theme way back in 2010. I guess we should first actually do a little history lesson for you all, considering this theme was 14 years ago at this point. The Cirque du Spirit theme was the first ISE that Spirit Halloween had that related to the Carnival / the freak show sort of a deal. It wasn't necessarily a full-on carnival theme like a clown train was in 2013, but it did have its fair share of clowns, as you can see, as well as some other oddities and curiosities, I guess. But inside of the theme you had all of these animatronics, and we're just gonna name them all right now. Right here you have the Bone Collector, which is a pretty cool piece made by YJ Toys and Crafts. You've got the Crated Mummy, also a YJ Toys and Crafts piece. You've got the Magic Mirror, hello. The Magic Mirror made by Magic Power. It looks just like a normal mirror right now, but something spooky comes out from behind it, you'll see. You've got the Bite-Sized Clown made from Seasonal Visions. You've got Uncle Charlie, also made by Seasonal Visions. The Belly Buster made by, I want to say, Morbid Industries. The Zombie Barrel, also made by YJ, and he's in there, he's hiding. There he is. And then lastly you've got the Caged Beast, also made by YJ. But like myself and many others, this is one of the classic Spirit Halloween themes and one that many people enjoyed and reminisce about. You can kind of see I tried to go a little beyond just the animatronics here. I've got the Banner Clown, which I was lucky to find on Macari, I think, or eBay, one of the two, about 2 years ago, and he's one of those prop set pieces that are fairly hard to find, and you can kind of see that his eyes are lit up right now. But it just is a Banner Clown piece that says Carnival Horrors. This thing was made by Seasonal Visions as well. These 3 were all Seasonal Vision pieces. He's all plastic, so you don't have to worry about dry rot, which is nice. And that's a concerning thing with all of these pieces is dry rot, but I don't want to get too into that right now. But considering everything is latex, got to make sure these things are kept out of the sunlight, you know. But I also went out and found myself some jute netting. That's what this stuff is called. You might recognize it from the themes themselves. The Wicked Woods I knew had some, as well as the Cirque du Spirit theme. But that's what it's called. It's called jute netting. It's a form of erosion fabric, in case you want to get your hands on some. It looks really cool for instances like this. And then of course the barrel and the little crates. Found those locally. That was probably like 2.5 years ago at this point. It's been a while. But they're still around, and I'm really happy to have found them and decided to jump on it, because who would have thought that in 2 years' time that I would have every single piece, and I'm very happy to have found those, because that is probably the most rarest thing out of the whole bunch here, considering it's cardboard, gets destroyed, and just when it was first introduced, it was just seen as cardboard, probably got trashed. No one took care of them. I've only seen like one other person with the barrels, so I'm very happy to have found those. Also have almost all of the boxes for these pieces here. The belly buster, you got the bone collector, the zombie barrel, Uncle Charlie's in the back hiding there. This is the magic mirror in this white box, and it's really cramped up here. I had to move everything out because this thing took up a lot of space. But Uncle Charlie, who's that? Bite Size. And then the caged beast is back there. So the only one I don't have is the crated mummy. But I can't really complain considering how cheap, not cheap, but for a good price. He was $50 when I got him and he was all there. So I wasn't really upset that it didn't come with the box. But I'll definitely be on the lookout for finding one with the box to complete the collection once and for all, I guess. But enough of me rambling. I think what we should do now is do an individual demo of all of these pieces one by one, and then probably just do them all together as if you were in a Spirit Halloween way back in 2010. This is the closest you're gonna get to the theme. Alright, I guess we should start off with the man himself, the main man, Uncle Charlie. He's on an external speaker, which I've talked about many times before on the YouTube channel. But here he is, he's on the try me button. Let's see him work.
It's all fun and games till somebody loses their soul.
Alright, moving on, we've got the bite-sized clown. This thing is the most problematic, probably the worst shaped one I have here. He looks fine from afar, but he's got a lot of dry rot problems. This guy came from Vegas, of all places, so it was really dry out there. He's all cracking a lot. I'm really just trying to hold him through to Halloween and eventually hopefully find another one that's in better shape, or possibly try and sculpt my own bite size. But he seems pretty complex of a character, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But you can see here his hand is really starting to deteriorate. It's really getting rough. I had to do a quick patch up. I didn't even have time to paint it because when I took him out of his box, this finger was just about to fall off. So just did that for just the video. You can't really see it from this angle, but here we go. And it's such a shame because he is one of the nicest, quietest ones I've ever seen. A lot of them have the problem where you hear the tick, 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 tick. And this one did have that problem, but I ended up fixing it. And it really works a lot nicer now. It's a lot more quiet. And that ticking sound just really annoyed me when it was happening. But yeah, it's such a shame the latex is falling apart on this guy. But there's more out there, and I'll be looking for them. Up next, I guess we should take a look at the caged beast back here. So I have him on a remote, one of my wireless remotes. I was going to have them all on wireless remotes, but I ran out of cords of certain lengths, so I didn't want to have to make more for the video. So some of them are on try me buttons, some of them are on the wireless remote. But here we go, caged beast.
Please for me now!
Well, that was a blooper. His head just fell off for some reason. I don't know, maybe I just didn't have it on all the way when I set him up, but let's try again. One of the big things with these guys is, I don't know what causes it, if it's just a luck of the draw, but some of them, their nose rubs up against this metal piece, and over time, it wears it down, and you see a lot of them where a wear spot starts to form right on the nose. But this has got to be one of the nicest quality props I have in terms of just condition, because there's no signs of dry rot on this one. And the previous owner did such a great job at keeping this thing in such good condition. And when he goes in storage, I keep bags on his latex pieces just because of the fact I want to keep it preserved as much as I can. I didn't even bother taking off the feet because you can barely see it. But yeah, one of my most well-kept pieces, I would say, and he really shows it. It's really good there. Moving on, we have the zombie barrel. You probably saw the zombie barrel not too many days ago after I released that little video on him if you keep up with the channel. But here we go with zombie barrel. I'm just going to do another close-up of the belly buster before we move on because I know not many people have videos of this guy, but here he is, and there's just a try me button for the person wearing it to just activate him, but here we go. It's such a cool concept, and I think it really just got shadowed by everything else in the theme that not many people looked into this one, but it's such a cool piece. It's an interactive thing that someone can actually wear, and you don't see much like that anymore, so definitely sticks out in modern day Halloween collecting. All right, next up is the Crated Mummy. We're going to do a couple sayings of this one because he has very short sayings here, but as you can see, it's a pretty generic piece. It really goes in line a lot with the caged beast over there. They're both in like cages or crates of sorts. Him supposed to being like a live mummy traveling the sideshow with all of these guys. But he's pretty cool and he's humorous, which I like. He's pretty funny. Let's see what he says.
Water, water, I need water. Feels like it's in a pillow. Can't you put a little more bubble wrap in here? God, just give me splinters. Ow, ouch, ow, ow, oh, my legs. I can't feel my legs. Can somebody tell me if my legs are packed in here?
Moving on, I can't remember which one's which, so I guess we'll just see by pressing the button, but let's see. I'm going to guess Mir. Oh, I was wrong. It's the Bone Collector. Here he is. He's got the elongating neck, and he comes out and just turns from side to side. Let's just get him one more time here.
This nightmare will end. Until then, your soul is mine!
Overall, pretty well. It sounds like he could use some lubricants in his motors and gearboxes, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even know where the gearbox is on this guy. He is so full of his latex, like literally everything on him is latex, that you would probably have to peel it up, and I don't want to mess with it if I don't have to, so I'm just going to hope that it's holding up well. I think it should be okay. And then I guess lastly we have the magic mirror. So it looks like a normal mirror, as you can see, there I am. But once I press the button,
Oh, someone, get me out! Someone, get me out of here! Help! Let me out! Can anyone hear me? Is anyone out there? It's so dark in here. So dark.
yeah, so he's pretty cool. And it's just like a ghoul behind the mirror who's trapped, I guess. But that is everything that there is to show in this little collection video of the whole theme. Alright, so I turned my microphone off in hopes that I can get the sound of the whole room instead of just me mic'd up right now. But I actually now want to do the thing that I'm assuming everyone has been waiting for, and that is to have them all going off at once. So I'm going to press all these buttons and just rapid fire and just see how it works. So I guess I'm going to do these two first.
Don't worry. Won't scare me too.
Well, that is everything basically that I have to show you with these guys. I'm very happy to have found them, and I was really looking forward to showing you these all together. That is why for the past week or so, videos were coming out relating to this theme, building up sort of a climax, hopefully, and this being the climax. It's all downhill from here. He's got a bunch of haunt builds, and you got some more reviews of some newer stuff hopefully coming out soon. Because I did buy some new stuff this year. Yes, I did. Don't worry. But I really enjoyed making this video. This video took a little bit of time to set everything up and get everything working. The bite-sized clown was just being finicky all day. He wouldn't motorize, and he would, but then the motor fell off the mount. It was a whole ordeal. It was ridiculous. But everything else just fired right up after sitting in storage. So that was awesome to see. Very happy that that was the outcome. But if you guys want to learn more about the Cirque du Spirit theme or just old ISE themes in general, I will be listing the wiki page for the Cirque du Spirit theme, as well as just the wiki page in general for you to go off your little rabbit holes and see what you can find. I don't know. I do that sometimes. But that's all I have for you today. So I want to say thank you all for watching. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you just watched, please consider subscribing. It helps me out, and I can pretty much promise you guys that you won't want to miss what I'm going to have in store for you this year. So hit that button if you want. But with that, I will see you all in the next video.